Right, the actual context of democracy, we can use Rwanda, however much people despise it, because I saw the people who stood with the current president, they went on their microphones, went on radios, and congratulated the winner. Now when you go to Kenya, I've never seen any person congratulate the other. That you won, you win me, I start fighting you, I'm not sure that whatever you're doing, you fail. Like what we are seeing in Kenya. Because if you go to Tanzania, the opposition is either being shot, is either in prison, or is in exile. Currently, the losing side in Kenya should have done. It's already powerful enough. The current opposition in Kenya is powerful enough. Unlike the Ugandan opposition, which was eaten, was chewed by the current president of Sambosa, the Kenyan opposition is powerful. It can put the government in check. Western elections, because I see like Kenya, they make it so spacious. You know, these guys are using choppers even in villages. They, after these last elections, the statistics showed that Kenya rented all the helicopters in South Africa and none remained there.
Hi, welcome back. Today we are back with another interesting video. So, if you like our kind of content, kindly subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that bell. So today, my guests, what we're going to be talking about?
We are still talking about democracy as a project. This time I'm talking about democracy as a project in Africa, especially within our neighborhood, the East African. Okay, let's zero down so much on East African community.
But you know, there are Kenyans always commenting that Rwanda is not democratic, that it is what? There's a term they usually use, but that is not democracy. You know, like how Kagame will say something and then they will follow, do this and then they will follow. Us we talk like that's democracy. What's even democracy?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to come to. Democracy is the project of the Western powers. I'm calling it a project because they are the ones who introduced it to us. They brought it, they told us how it is supposed to be run, and I think it is really a failed project. It's a failed project, really.
Failed?
Exactly. That is the right word I can use. Given what is happening, if we start with Uganda, we know what is happening. The rules are not followed. Because you see, democracy is about the rules, where the winner takes it all. You get it? But we know our Uganda, what has been happening, the president wins, they say has been stolen. Even him, our current president, he went to the bush in the 1980 when he was the third. He wasn't even the second, he was the third. But he said that they stole his votes. And he went to the bush and now came with the power of a gun.
He was the third.
He was the third. And went to the bush. But they stole his votes. You get it? That's why I'm saying that it's a failed project. I think whatever these people sold to us, whatever they told us, either we didn't understand it, or we understood it and are trying to do our own things.
You said it was brought by who?
By the Western world. Those the whites, the Americans, the Europeans, yes. Because we used to not have democracy. We had our own kings.
Oh.
You know, we're in kingdoms. We weren't republics.
Can we go back to that?
Where we've reached, I think, with an example of Kenya, example of Uganda. Rwanda not so much. We cannot say much about it. Their democracy. At least we've seen. Okay, first we also know it, but we cannot say we don't know much about Rwanda. We know I've seen.
But their kind of way, is it democracy?
That's what I'm trying to say. Everything we practice right now, we call it democracy. But is it really democracy? Because you see, if a person loses, they don't accept they've lost. Take an example of Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda and Kenya. What about Rwanda?
Yes. In Rwanda, okay, like the people who stood last time with the current president, I think they considered defeat. Maybe that's what we should be using the actual context of democracy, we can use Rwanda, however much people despise it, because I saw the people who stood with the current president, they went on their microphones, went on radios, and congratulated the winner. And that's what democracy is all about. But as here, the president wins, he goes and says, now I'm going to crash, I'm going to eat all these guys like samosa. They want to be any other person stand with me.
Who said that?
Our president here. Then he's going to eat opposition like samosa, and there's going to be any more opposition. Now when you go to Kenya, I've never seen any person congratulate the other. That you've won, I'm congratulating you because you see, actually, in real sense, democracy should be a healthy way of living. I stand with you, you win me, I congratulate you, I even support you in running your activities. You get it? But now here, you win me, I start fighting you, I'm not sure that whatever you're doing, you fail. Like what we are seeing in Kenya. Because now, it's a fight of the egos. The same way we see it in Uganda here. Because you've already won someone. Like I'm saying, for an example of us, like I'm giving that example here, the president, I think the previous election, they say that he's going to eat, it is going to crush, destroy all the opposition and eat them like samosa. You know samosa, this thing with 3 edges.
No, that's English.
So he said that he's going to eat them like samosa, that there will be no more. And yet, the person is saying this statement has already won you. So what else would you, maybe would even keep quiet, it would make more sense. But you've already won someone, and you say you're going to again destroy them. Then what was the essence of them standing?
But if the previous method was working before this,
no, the
kings and what?
The kings, of course, had their own disadvantages. You know, there was so much of tribal. The same thing democracy is trying to introduce. Actually, democracy came to destroy such kind of setups. Tribal
But
things.
still democracy also didn't do any better.
No, that's why I'm saying that whichever way you may call it, may I call it a project for the Western world, it has failed miserably. In the context of Ugandans, Kenyans, Tanzanians, it has failed. Come and pick your thing, let us build our own thing. I don't know whether we shall call it democracy. Maybe we can get something that can work for us. Because if you go to Tanzania, the opposition is either being shot, is either in prison, or is in exile. When you come to Uganda, you know, go to Kenya, you people, why can't we sit down and we look for our own project?
Is there any project you're thinking about?
Yes, being there without presidents, that would be the best project we can have. We just build systems that can work. Because I've seen it.
And then we have no president.
And we have no president. Because you see all the problems we're having is because of electing presidents. I've seen, and I think it was either Portugal, Italy, one of those European countries. It was there for more than 5 years without a president. But the country was there and things are running normally. You get it? Because they are, you know, because for them they follow the democracy. When you don't get the majority, you don't become the president. So that was the issue with that country I'm talking about. If I may recall, they will not have the majority and they will be there without a government. But without even a government,
even members of parliament, no?
There was nothing like that. They never had a government. But even without a government, without a lead, they only had like this other, the way you can have like a chairman, what? Till they had to make sure that their democracy worked the way they wanted it. That's when they had all the leaders they wanted. But minus, without those leaders coming in place, still the country was there, the transport was working, business was working, hospitals were working. You get it? We just need systems in place. You people who are fighting for the topmost position, which is the presidency, I can assure you we can work without you if we are organized. But unfortunately, we are not organized. You use the word disorganization to disorganize us more by wanting that seat. That seat is good if we really knew how to control it. But whoever goes there feels that he can control the world, can even... but let me also ask just a simple question to some of these presidents of ours. You're even given visas if you're going outside Africa, going to these other countries. But when those other presidents from the Western world come, they even come minus passports here. Okay? If you're copying them, why don't you also copy such kind of things? Showing that you're just following something you don't understand yourselves. Democracy, there has to be a winner and a loser. And the loser should accept, congratulate the winner, then support the winner to move the government forward.
It's the other way.
But here, we don't have anything. And that's what Kenya is suffering from right now. Those demonstrations, as a result. I remember it's even like with democracy. Your friends, no one is an enemy. You can abuse each other, but you still remain friends. This is you saw like the way Clinton and Trump were abusing each other. The Trump saying, even if I become a president, I will throw you behind bars immediately I become president. But when elections ended, you know, these guys are working together. So why can't these people? Because it's like, you know, one thing people don't understand also is about opposition. There has to be opposition and a government. But opposition is the government in waiting. And opposition should be stronger to check the government, what it is doing. You get it? That's what currently the losing side in Kenya should have done. It's already powerful enough. The current opposition in Kenya is powerful enough. Unlike the Ugandan opposition, which was chewed by the current president of Sambosa, the Kenyan opposition is powerful. It can put the government in check. I'm not supporting anyone in Kenya. Don't conclude on my behalf. It's only that I'm only seeing comment. The same comment I've seen in other countries is what you Kenyans are also doing. That's why I'm trying to say that democracy is a failed project. Because what we are passing through or doing currently, in the name, in quotes, democracy, it's not democracy. It's actually a comedy. We are doing comedy. And no one will ever take us serious as long as we are doing comedy. If you want to be taken seriously, we either follow the democracy they sold to us, we accept to have a winner and a loser, and accept that the loser will support the winner to move the government forward. Or else, we forget about democracy, have working systems in place, or you remove voting completely once and for all because it is useless. You use resources, then you don't accept the outcome of your own resources. Those resources.
Remember last time they had to repeat the whole process. Is it the last time or this time?
The last elections. Yeah. Already that is money. That's what I'm saying. That money that you waste in elections, because I see like Kenya, they make it so spacious. You know, these guys are using choppers even in villages. After these last elections, the statistics showed that Kenya rented all the helicopters in South Africa and none remained there to come and look for votes. The same money you are using to inject in South Africa in form of borrowing those helicopters, and yet you don't have roads, your people don't have food.
Ugali is expensive.
Ugali is expensive, electricity is expensive. You guys, as I tell Kenyans, I'm also telling Ugandans. We need to be a little bit serious. Why do we involve ourselves in something we don't believe in? Because at the end of the day, we don't believe in it. We don't believe in a process. but want to be part of the process. That's why I'm saying, why would we rather waste that money in the process we don't believe in? Why can't we get that same money? Like for the case of Uganda, our Kanungu roads are not yet tarmacked. The money they use in politics can tarmac over 5,000 kilometers. You get it? If we don't believe in the process, then it is useless. We would rather believe in the process, injecting money, then accept the outcome. But we don't accept outcome. Even if I'm standing with her and she wins me, even if it's not a ballot box, and I see people who are behind me at 3 and she has 10, I will say she has cheated me. So what kind of democracy is that?
All right.
Do we need democracy? We need it.
Maybe we need it.
If we follow the rules. But if we can't follow the rules, we don't need it. We shouldn't waste the resources. We should use those resources, because the amount of money Kenyans injected in the recent elections and the past elections, which are being contested, the money that was used to rent helicopters, the money that was used to do all sorts of things, that money would have solved the issue of hunger in Kenya. No one would be hungry at this time if that money had been put to use in such a thing which is genuine than injecting in something they don't believe in. Because right now, you can agree with me that they don't believe in the democracy they are practicing. The same way Ugandans don't.
After this talk, I think I've learned something. As you could see, I was just sipping and listening. I hope you too learned something from this. And but I think it's even possible for us to put away all this system and then come fresh. Like how many years?
You know, it's about trying, really. Because I think
whereas for you complaining and making losses, some people are benefiting. Like some people are using it to earn more even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People look at it as a business venture, but it's not supposed to be a business venture. It's supposed to be a vehicle that moves the whole country forward, leaving no one behind. But as we look at it now, it's only one side moving up front, and the other side remaining behind, and the majority of them are remaining behind. So if the democracy cannot work for all, it's not necessary, it's useless. We just forget about it. We'd rather go back to our initial kingdom-like setup, or like I said before earlier, that if we could have systems in place, we could let go of the presidents and we forget about that position. Because the one which is causing trouble. Why is it that the lower positions are not causing trouble? But just that one seat for one person causes trouble for the whole region. What kind of nonsense is that? Africa, get serious. We need to come back to our senses and do the right thing, sure.
Alright, that is our analyst who talks from the point of information, point of knowledge, like not beating around the bush, and everything is said, I know, facts only. So no hard feelings, don't get annoyed that we talk about you, we mentioned your country. We don't wish you bad, but we wish you the best. So I think we have to come to the end of this video. We have said everything. Did you got anything?
No.
Alright, so don't forget to subscribe and we wish you a nice time.